How's it going, all you beautiful, beautiful subscribers? And if you're not subscribed, don't worry, you're still beautiful. With the launch of Season 3, I figured this would be a perfect time to drop my animations. And I'm talking all my animations. Scoring moves, playmaking moves, jump shots, dunk styles, in-game celebrations, everything. I actually had planned to upload this video at the end of Season 2, but I figured, you know what, let's just wait till Season 3 drops. We will see the new animations, and then we'll make the video from there. Now, Season 3 has dropped, and I gotta say, I like the theme. If you didn't know, the theme of Season 3 is like Christmas, but there's always a player theme, and this season's player theme is Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson's one of my favorite NBA players of all time. When I grew up, I loved Allen Iverson. When I would play basketball in real life, I was always undersized, so I wanted to be the little dribbler like him that could slash and also shoot the mid-range effectively. Like, I always loved Allen Iverson. He was such a cool player and fun player to watch. So this is an awesome season for me. And with this season, of course, we got Allen Iverson dribble moves. Now, if I'm being honest with you, I'm not really using any of Allen Iverson dribble moves. I was playing around with one of them, and I had thought that it was the one. And then I did a little bit more testing, and there was just one thing that was missing from it that, for me, hurt me, but it could work for you guys. Now, before I get into the animations quickly, I just wanted to address this before you start commenting about my all black hand tattoos. I promise I am not turning into a comp stage demon. I'm not gonna tattoo my entire body all black and run around the comp stage like I am someone, because I am not. I promise these hand tattoos are for a video that I'm working on. It's a very big one. It's honestly really cool and a lot of fun, and I'm so excited for it, but it's gonna take a while to release, so I am sorry. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. I don't want to waste your time. I want this to be as quick as I could possibly make it. You know I like to ramble a lot when I'm showing you guys my animations or builds or anything on that sense, because I like to talk and I like to explain why I use the things that I use. But I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. If you want a more in-depth version, if you want me to really run through every dribble move, then maybe I'll just do like a dribble tutorial so I can explain why I'm using everything and then show you why I'm using everything. But I'm still rambling. Let's just get into it right away. Okay, quickly, before I even get into the animations, this is my build. I showed it in the last video too. I'll probably make a build video for it. I plan to make a build video for it, but it's not top of my priority right now. I said it before, I don't really like build videos that much. Like, I'll make them if you guys want to see them, but build videos they're very simple, they're very boring. I mean, it's just me talking and explaining my build, and they're kind of like, they're so unoriginal. Everyone's just making build videos all the time, and I don't want to be like that. So this is the build. You can keep these stats in mind when I'm running through my animation, so you kind of have an idea of what I'm working with and how I'm playing. If you haven't seen the build, I uploaded a video. The last video I uploaded is all me using this player, so you can check that out if you just want to see how the build plays and how it functions. And so right away, we're in on the moves. We're going to start off with scoring moves. I'm going to come back to jump shots and dunk styles, but for now, we got free throw, Michael Jordan. Layup style, we got default swing. I want to get Derrick Rose layup style, but I don't have it unlocked yet. I still need to upgrade my driving layup a little bit, but then I'm going to switch to Derrick Rose after. Dribble pull-up, I'm using Pro 2. If you're using a player that's above 6'5", Kobe, 100%. Kobe is my favorite dribble pull-up in the game, but for my smaller players, Pro 2 is usually what I'm using. I know a lot of people say Trae Young, but you don't get that till starter 3. Now, this is something that I changed for Season 3. Spin jumper and hop jumper, I'm using Allen Iverson. Now, if you're someone that actually likes to shoot off of these animations, I probably wouldn't use these. You could try them, but I probably wouldn't use these. The only reason I have these on is because on this player, I don't shoot off those animations. On my other players with higher shooting, yeah. But on this player, I pretty much just use those animations as like more dribble moves, and I'll try and get ankle breakers and stuff with them. So that's why I'm using Allen Iverson. He's got some pretty cool ones, and I think I can get some cool ankle breakers with them. I haven't tested it too much yet, but they do look pretty effective. But if you are looking for actually an effective one, I was using Pro Spin Jumper before, and I was using Davion Mitchell Hop Jumper. I think this is the best hop jumper. It's so good. If you're using a small guard, put this on. You create so much separation, and it is so fast. It's so good. But now, post fade, we got Kobe. Post hook. Now, I'm a little 6'3" guard. I don't have high close shot. I don't do post hooks. But if I'm gonna do a post hook, we might as well put on the post hook GOAT, Kareem. And I could just be like a little Reno Abdul-Jabbar, putting up hooks in the paint. Post hop shot, Kobe Bryant. I think it's the best hop shot in the game at the moment. Motion style, I'm using Elite. I was using De'Aaron Fox, but again, this is probably all in my head. I felt like I was playing worse defense with De'Aaron Fox, so I put on Elite. Look at him, he's just standing there like he's ready to play some defense. Pass style. If you have 75 pass accuracy, Domantas Sabonis 100%. If you have 89, Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton's the best pass style in the game. I have it on basically every player I could possibly put it on. Let's say you went with 87 pass accuracy, enough for Balo, but not enough for Tyrese Halliburton. Try LaMelo and LeBron. I used them both. I didn't use LeBron as much as LaMelo. I like LaMelo. He's got a lot of quick animations, but he has like 2 or 3 animations that are so slow that they just get picked off with ease. Like if you're versing even a half decent team, they're gonna steal the ball. So that's a little annoying about LaMelo. But try LeBron too. I actually really liked LeBron when I was using it, and I didn't feel like there was too many slow ones. Maybe not as quick as LaMelo, but still all effective. Try them out. Dribble style, Kyrie Irving. I'm not gonna talk about every animation and why, but Kyrie Irving to me has the best same ball hand speed boost, has the best overall speed with ball, has the best launch, and it has the best left stick movement, which for me and the way I dribble, left stick movement is the most important thing. Ever since I started making small players with Kyrie dribble style, I don't even want to touch my big players because I just like the Kyrie dribble style so much. And no other dribble style in the game can really replicate it. Signature size up, I'm using De'Aaron Fox. I was using Dwayne Wade, but no, definitely De'Aaron Fox I like better, so I'm using De'Aaron Fox. Regular breakdown combo, for me, there's 2 that are worth it. Zach LaVine, it's great for 75 ball handle, so you obviously don't need as high of a ball handle to use this one. And then for me, on my small guard, I'm using Stephon Marbury. I like how it goes back and forth pretty quickly and gives me a lot of speed boost options. I can kind of keep the defender on their toes and speed boost out of the left or right pretty easily. Aggressive breakdown, Ja Morant. Now I want to try the Allen Iverson one that just came out, but Ja Morant has this really glitchy move that you can do in this game, and I just don't think anything can match it. And I do like to use that move, so aggressive breakdown, Ja Morant, I don't think I'm going to be touching that anytime soon. That's a pretty solid one. Escape moves, I think there's 3 options. Kemba, Trae Young, or Jimmy Butler. Now, Trae Young is more expensive than Kemba, like ball handle requirement is higher, and it's slower. So honestly, I wouldn't even use Trae Young. I would say there's 2 options, Kemba or Jimmy. If you can't afford Kemba, put on Jimmy because it's a much lower ball handle requirement. It's really good. So those are the 2 you should use for escape moves. Combo moves. There's 2 I'm going back and forth between, and it's Pro and James Harden. Combo moves basically have 2 main moves. There's a standstill one and a moving one. There's other things in it, but those are the 2 main things of a combo move. And James Harden has a nice little between legs behind the back, and the standstill one is like a double cross. Pro has a cool little standstill cross that you can use to combo out of to get you back in your rhythm if you happen to lose momentum while dribbling. And then has a really cool double wide cross that you can get while dribbling that I love to combo things out of. There's so many things you can do out of it. Half spins, behind the backs. You can just use the Kyrie dribble style to shoot yourself back to 3-point line. So many things you can do. Honorable mention, I'll say Steph Curry, De'Aaron Fox, both pretty good. They have double behind the back, and Steph Curry has the between legs behind the back. They're pretty cool animations, but they're not for me. It's not how I dribble. You could try them out though. Crossover, I'm using John Wall unanimously. I mean, I tried De'Aaron Fox for a while. It's not bad. James Harden was okay. Like I was using that for a bit, and Allen Iverson as well. James Harden and Allen Iverson are very similar. But at the end of the day, John Wall just feels the best to me. You get a nice speed boost out of it. You can use it to 3-hunt, and you can use it to drive to the paint. And it's just really good. I would say John Wall's the best. You could try De'Aaron Fox if you want, but I was getting bump stolen more with De'Aaron Fox compared to John Wall. So I'm going with John Wall. Behind the back, this is such a tricky one, so I'll come back. Spin, normal. I think normal is the best spin in this game. It's similar to Pro 4 in previous years. And that's honestly all I have to say about it. I think you should put on normal spin. Everyone can get it, and it's so good. Hesitation, I'm using John Wall. There's a few other ones you could try. Kyrie's not bad. I experimented with James Harden a bit, but overall, I usually end up coming back to John Wall. It's just my favorite. Step back, we got Luka Doncic. To me, this is the best step back. A lot of people are using John Wall. That's like the main one because it has that awesome snatch back. Okay, cool. It has the snatch back. It's moving. The moving step back sucks. You get that really wide step back. If you're not at the top of the 3-point line, you're going to go out of bounds if you use it. So forget it. To me, Luka Doncic is the best. You get a really good moving step back. You get a really good between the legs snatch back if you're just standing still and you flick down the stick. And it's just awesome. A few other ones that are okay. Steph Curry, Kemba Walker. Chris Paul's okay too, but I don't know. Nothing is as good for me as Luka Doncic. So Luka Doncic is what I'm using all day. And triple threat style, I'm using Kobe Bryant, but I don't use this too much on this player. I feel like it's more for bigger players. Park flash pass, I'm using no look. And then quickly, the last dribble move, I have Trae Young behind the back. Now, this is so tricky. There's 4 behind the backs I like a lot. It used to be 3, but with this new season, I actually do like Allen Iverson. So I got Trae Young, De'Aaron Fox, DeMar DeRozan, and Allen Iverson. Kobe's not bad too, but it's not for me. DeMar DeRozan has a good standing behind the back and a pretty good moving behind the back. It doesn't shoot you, but you create good separation and it's pretty safe. Now, I like behind the backs that really pick up momentum fast, and De'Aaron Fox is my favorite behind the back animation in this game, moving behind the back. The reason I don't like to use it that much is because it probably has the worst standing behind the back. So, you know, it's a trade-off. Do I really want the best moving behind the back for the worst standing behind the back? I'm not sure. So sometimes I put it on, but then the standing behind the back usually pisses me off, and I'll take it off and put Trae Young back on. But that's how I feel about that. Trae Young is really good too. It really shoots you. You pick up a lot of momentum. The only problem with Trae Young is you don't create a lot of separation, so you kind of have to use it a little bit differently than some of the other behind the backs. And once you get used to it, it is really good. But yeah, it's just a little different. Now, the standing behind the back, it's simple. You're not going to create a lot of space and really kill people with it, but it's fast, so you don't have to worry about getting this long, stretched out animation that you do with De'Aaron Fox. It also affects your escape behind the back. So if you try and do one of those misdirection behind the backs and you have a slow standing behind the back on, it's going to be slow. So De'Aaron Fox, I basically can't use a misdirection behind the back because of how slow the animation is. But Trae Young, I can, so that's why I like Trae Young. It's just more versatile. Then Allen Iverson came out, and I was experimenting with this, and for a while, I'm like, this is the one. I love the standing behind the back. The moving behind the back, I also love. It wasn't as explosive as De'Aaron Fox and Trae Young, but it was more explosive than DeMar DeRozan, and it was still really effective for me to drive to the net with. I honestly thought this was the one. I was like, perfect. I'm so happy this is the one. There's one problem with it. I can't do the nutmeg, and I really like using the nutmeg in this game. I use the nutmeg pretty frequently. And so the fact that I can't use it on this behind the back really pisses me off. It's honestly really stupid. If you don't use the nutmeg, I would say put on Allen Iverson, man. It's good, has a nice standing and moving behind the back. It's a really good animation. It's just for me, I need that standing. I need that nutmeg, and not being able to get it on this animation kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? That's the end of my playmaking moves. That's probably the longest I have to talk about. Now, let's talk about the in-game celebrations quickly. We got the knee bounce fail. It's a simple one. I don't really use it too much, but it's fun. I mess around with it sometimes. Then park standing, I have night. I also use this as my jump shot landing at one point. It's a cool jump shot landing too. Park after two, Dance Junior Airlines. I don't use this too much, but sometimes I do. It's just fun. 3 to head. This one I actually love. Carmelo Anthony, 3 to the dome. Gotta love this. This is one of the best 3-point celebrations in like NBA history. This and J.R. Smith, but they took J.R. Smith out, unfortunately. Then jump shot celebration, I got bombs away. Ever since they took out the OG jump shot celebrations and replaced them with whatever the hell we have now, they all kind of suck. So there's a few that I like. Bombs away was okay, and I didn't mind the night one either. So you could try both of those, but this is what I'm using. Dunk celebrations, I don't put anything on because they take so long to do the celebration that you'll probably end up getting scored on because your guy's still celebrating while they're playing offense. Then park flop, I'm using yawn or headstrong. They're both kind of fun. Yawn is a little bit more toxic, I think, but they're both cool. And finally, I know this is what you guys really care about, so I'll hurry up. Jump shot creator and dunk style creator. Jump shot. This is my favorite small guard jump shot. Everyone's asking me, what's a jump shot you can use for small guards that have low 3-point rating? Now you saw how I showed you earlier. This build only has a 78 3 ball, and I shoot really well. I shoot over 50% with this player. This is a jump shot I use. Kyle Lowry base, default small upper release, Michael Carter Williams upper release 2. This is the blending. For me, Kyle Lowry base is my favorite. I mean, I just have so much success with it. You get good elevation. It's very smooth. You get good speed as well. Everything just works so well. Default small, I put on because it's pretty cheap. It doesn't put up your overall attribute requirement too high. And it's got a nice visual cue. Visual cue is so important for me in my upper release. It's more important than anything. Speed, defensive immunity. No, I need a good visual cue. Because shooting it's a little difficult in this game. I don't mind it, but it's a little difficult for most people, especially casual players. So you're gonna want a good visual cue, something that you can get used to even if you haven't played the game in a few days. And default small Michael Carter Williams does the trick for me. Now, some people ask me about jump shots for under 7 or for 76 rating and under, and you might think this would work because of the rating it shows on the bottom right, but it doesn't, because you can't get Kyle Lowry base at 76 3-pointer. Unfortunately, I do have a small player that has a 76 3-pointer only, and I can't use this jump shot, unfortunately. So this is the base that I would use on that player. Malachi Flynn. Pretty decent. If you actually look at it visually, it doesn't look that different. It's still a pretty decent base. It's a little slower. You can see that by the release speed at the bottom, but it's still A+. It's not as smooth, but it's still smooth enough that I think you should be able to use this perfectly fine. I don't know what the green window is. I don't know what the difference in that is. I'm really not sure, but I was using it. I didn't mind it too much, but it wasn't as good as Kyle Lowry. I'll be 100% straight with you. But those are the jump shots that I would recommend using if, you know, you wanted a good jump shot for a small player that has a low 3-pointer, because everyone just has everyone that has low 3-pointer jump shots, it's for 6'5" to 6'9". No one has a low 3-point jump shot for small players. And I think it's because no one makes a small player with a low 3-pointer. I guess me and all you guys were just crazy. We're crazy. Finally, dunk style creator. You know, I have a high driving dunk on this player, 94 to be exact. I'm using all the baseline dunks because I want to be able to do baseline dunks consistently. I don't really touch any of the other 2-foot moving dunks because they all suck. 2-foot moving dunks are usually pretty slow. They're a little bit more prone to being blocked because of how slow, or you can get bumped out of the animation a little easier, so I don't use them. Then we have contact dunks. We got elite and small off 2. Elite and small off 2. I don't use pro off 2 because I think pro off 2 is just not good. You can, like, the animations are kind of slow. You don't activate them from very far. I just think they're not worth it. I don't put them on. Now the 1-foot moving dunks are really good. I'm using uber athletic tomahawks, 90 driving dunk requirement. I'm using double clutch. This side clutches off 1 is amazing. One of my favorite dunk animations in the game. You get really far takeoff. It's so unblockable. I've never been blocked on this dunk ever. It's just so good. Now you see I have these ones equipped too. This is for my play sharp. If you have a low dunk, I recommend just putting on every dunk you can get. If you have like a 55 dunk, just put on every dunk you can get. This one's a decent one too. If you only have a 75 driving dunk, athletic one-handers off 1, you can put that on. I don't use it because on this player I have really high driving dunk. The park dunks are fun to mess around with. Like, I definitely use them, not on this player, but on my lower dunking players, for sure I put them on just to mess around with, because like sometimes you get animations that you wouldn't normally get, and it actually could help you score. Problem is they are prone to being blockable, and that's why I don't really like to use them, and most people don't like to use them. So these ones I found weren't too blockable. They were pretty good. The 360s were kind of fun, and they weren't too easy to block either. They weren't like never getting blocked, but they weren't that bad. I want to try this one out because this is a high driving dunk, and I can only get it on this player out of all my players. So I think I'll probably try it out eventually, but I'm not using it right now. And contact dunks, pro off 1 is really good. Small off 1 is good too. Elite contact dunks off 1, I wish I could get it. It's so good, but it's just so expensive. I tried to make my player with this rating, but I just couldn't. It's so expensive. I would have had to sacrifice so many important stats, and I just didn't want to do that. So don't have elite dunks off 1, but if you could get them, put them on for sure. Now I might take on, sorry, I'm going to backtrack quickly. I might take off small contact dunks off 2 because I'm honestly not sure. I'm looking at them. They're similar to the pro off 2s. And I'm not sure if I want these on. So I might experiment with these off a little bit. I'll honestly take these off right now. Save changes. And I'll see how that is. Because, they're not, yeah, I don't know if they're as good as I thought they were. But I don't know. We'll test them out. I'll let you know what I end up doing. Standing dunks. We're going to go with both the standing dunks I could get. I would just say put on every standing dunk you could get. If you're dunking with the meter, then that might change things a little bit. Maybe don't put them all on. Just put the best ones you can get on. But I don't use the meter to stand dunk. I only use it to drive dunk. So I just put I just put all the stand dunks I can get on. Then signature dunks, this is a pretty important one. All I'm using is Russell Westbrook. And the only reason I have this on is just because I want to have at least one player package on so that I always have a dunk animation that activates, because I don't have that many dunks equipped. And if there's ever a situation where my other dunks won't activate in those situations, I want to have this package here so that because in a player package like this, there's so many animations that one of them is bound to activate. So I want to always be covered no matter what situation I'm dunking in. And Russ Westbrook has pretty good unblockable dunks. I don't really get blocked on Westbrook's dunks too much, so it's pretty good. I think Vince Carter was actually pretty good too. I was using Vince Carter and I was getting a lot of unblockable dunks. These 360s don't get blocked. I promise you they don't get blocked. If you do these 360s with the meter, you won't get blocked. The problem is, it was activating for me more often than some of my better animations. And so I was like, okay, they're good, but maybe for me, they're not exactly what I need to be putting on, because I do get better animations. But if you only get like an 86 driving dunk, or like maybe you went for 87 or 89 just for basic contact, try Vince Carter, because I honestly think they're pretty good. DeMar DeRozan's a good one if you only have 75 driving dunk. Manu Ginobili, Klay Thompson, CJ McCollum, they're all good for lower dunk ratings. I use them all in my play sharp. Finally, it's my favorite part about this player. I get every single alley-oop package in the game other than big contact alley-oops. So I'm not even going to talk about them all that much. I would just say if you could do something like this, put on all these alley-oop animations. I would leave pro off because they're very basic and simple, and I think you can get hit out of them a little easier. So I don't even put pro on. And then at reverse, I just don't like the way they look, but you could put them on. Unlike park dunks, park alley-oops, I don't really get blocked on alley-oops unless it's just me. I don't get blocked on alley-oops, so I figure why not put the flashy ones on? They look pretty cool, and I get some pretty cool dunks sometimes. I don't know, maybe it will make me contact alley-oop less. I'm not sure, but I like it, and I have no problem, so I put them all on. And that's it. That's literally all my animations. I'm not even gonna cut. This is the intro, or this is the outro. What am I saying? I'm not gonna cut. That's it. This is the outro. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried to make it as quick as I possibly could. But those are all my animations. That's everything I'm using in season 3. As of now, if anything changes, I will update you. But there's something I wanted to ask you guys. So with this Allen Iverson season, got me feeling a little nostalgic. I used to love Allen Iverson. Back in 2K15, which was my first time ever playing Park, I made a 6-foot player because I thought I was Allen Iverson. And I did it again in 2K16. And then I did it again in, no, I made a 6'3" player in 2K17, but still I made a really small player. And that got me thinking, should I make a Allen Iverson build? I don't really want to spend more money on this game because, you know, fuck 2K and my wallet just can't handle it. But maybe I'll do a no money spent build and I'll make an Allen Iverson. I'll think about it. Let me know though. Leave a comment. Let me know if I should make an Allen Iverson build, and let me know what you think of season 3 so far. The rewards, you know, everything. Just let me know. And with that being said, I guess I'm done. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Later.